Horizons with
Deb and
Jim.
good morning. Hola and buenos dias, everybody. Mwah. Happy Friday.
Buongiorno in italiano a
You know, we
tutti.
have to, I love it. We have to bring that international in
Flavor,
between.
yes.
So, yeah,
And last week we were not here because of me.
Jim
I took a
had
trip.
taken, how was it? Did you have a good time?
Oh, I loved it. I went up to Philadelphia to see my beautiful niece, Christina.
Hi, Christina.
And I saw Keith and little Timmy and Sean, their
Little Timmy.
children.
Hi, everyone.
So we really enjoyed our time together. My sister was there, Angela, who loves your voice.
Hi, Angela. I love you. Just like I love your brother. I
And
love
then,
you all.
and then I was able to see my cousin Nancy, who lives in Delaware.
Wonderful.
Well, she used to live in Delaware, but she lives near the Pennsylvania border of Delaware, and her son Walter. So it was so wonderful spending time
Wow,
with
what a
both of you.
great time. I'm glad you had a good time. And you
And,
deserve it,
and
Jim,
the
because
restaurant
you
was
work so
wonderful.
hard.
It was called Founding Fathers. No, Founding Farmers, which is a takeoff
Founding
on
Farmers.
Fathers. Founding Farmers, farm to table. Delicious food. It was in King of
Farm to
Prussia,
table, yeah.
Pennsylvania. Yeah.
Okay.
And just the selection was wonderful. But spending time with Nancy and Walter, we loved it.
You know,
And
you can never gonna have quality time with your family. It's so
yes,
special. So it's good to hear that you went. I'm so
yes.
happy that you spent that quality time all
So
together.
thank you
That's
for joining me
wonderful.
for dinner, and look forward to the next time we're together, Nancy and Walter.
Wow, that goes fast. I feel like you
Yes.
just left yesterday and you're back already. It goes fast. It really does. But we missed you. We're here like we said we would be.
Yes, and this is
And
Labor Day weekend,
it is. So we might as well wish you all a happy Labor Day.
and I wore my patriotic tie. This is another one
You
with
know, Jim Scott's
flags.
show. I mean, it's so unique. I've never seen that one. That's new.
This is a new one. Yeah.
Love it.
Now it's I can't, I'm going in the reverse there. Okay. Our beautiful United States
Oh,
flags.
absolutely.
We love.
Labor Day is here already. What happened to Memorial Day,
I know.
people? It went so
We
fast.
salute all the workers in the
We
United
do.
States, past and present.
Yes, and
Y-
we're very much
The
aware.
backbone of the United States.
Amen to that. Very much the backbone of the United States. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And we hope you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend with your family. Whatever it is that you choose to do, be safe, be happy, and we love you.
And let's see, birthdays. My nephew Keith had a birthday on Wednesday.
Happy birthday, Keith.
45, a big number for him. So he
Wow,
went out with his
okay.
family, and I wasn't there because they're in Philadelphia. But happy birthday, Keith.
Happy birthday, Keith. September, there's quite a few
Coming up.
birthdays coming up, but I don't know. I have like my mom, who's not until the end of the month, so we'll get to
Okay,
that
we'll
later.
recognize them
We'll
as the time
recognize as we
approaches.
come. Anybody who we're missing or who we're remiss
Yeah,
in
send
saying,
us a little note
yeah,
if
say it's
the
our
birthday's coming
birthday,
up.
it's our anniversary, whatever it may be. We'd love to acknowledge you as we
We love
always
your
do.
comments. We love when you share our videos. We love you watching our videos. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much.
And we miss you when we're not here weekly.
Yes.
So, and we're here for you.
And
remember.
the topic today is don't jump.
Don't jump! Woo!
Oh my goodness, we don't
jump.
want you to jump.
What do you mean?
Don't
when
jump
you
to
say,
conclusions.
Don't jump! Jumping to conclusions. You know, Jim came up with this, and I love it because it's so true, Jim. You know, you jump to conclusions. Why do we jump when we shouldn't? Think about it.
Right.
We draw negative conclusions with little or no evidence. Think about this. Of any assumptions, you know, based on no factual information. That's really why do we jump to conclusions? You know, when you start treating your assumptions as facts, think about this.
Yes.
Then you start limiting your efforts. And of course, that doesn't help anyone, especially you. It only makes it worse.
Right.
Right?
Definitely.
And nobody can predict the outcome. So you have, if anything, it's not healthy. It's just going to make you feel more upset.
And you know, what brought this to the forefront was while I was away with my sister, we watched some movies on television, and two of them had the same theme about jumping to conclusions. So I'd like to share with you, and you definitely have to watch these movies if you haven't seen them, or watch them again because they're so excellent movies. One is Mystic Pizza, filmed in Mystic, Connecticut,
That was like in 1987,
1988,
right? Or 88, okay.
and
Close.
Julia Roberts.
I love Julia Roberts.
Wonderful
Excellent
actress,
yeah.
yes. And her love interest in that movie, she was a server in a pizza parlor. She had just graduated from high school, along with her sister and another friend. And it tells the story about their lives in that town. But she's at a bar and she meets Adam Stork, whose character is Charles Gordon. He's a preppy, you know, a wealthy young man from a wealthy family. And it's so cute how they meet, and then they actually have a pool game, and she wins the pool game. You know, she hits those balls, and she's the big winner. So anyway, there's an instant attraction between them. and it progresses to the point where they're seeing each other periodically. And then one weekend, he says, "I'm going to see my grandmother." And she lives a little distance away. So Julia Roberts thought he was going to see the grandmother, and one night after work, she and her sister and her girlfriend decided to go to a country club. I guess they used to frequent it outside. They weren't members.
Right.
But they would drive there and watch the people or whatever they would do, have fun. So they take one of that's a fishing village where they live, and they drive one of the fishing trucks there. And she looks into the window, and who's there but this boyfriend
Oh, yeah.
with a pretty woman and some other people at the table, and right away she jumps to conclusions, right?
Of course, of course.
He's cheating on her, he's with a beautiful young girl.
Yeah.
So she takes the truck, the fishing truck, drives it up to his beautiful Porsche convertible, and dumps 2 barrels of fish and water into it. Fills up the whole inside of the Porsche.
Oh, great movie.
Needless to say, when he comes out and sees that, he's in shock. But the jumping to conclusion, he wasn't there with a beautiful young girl. That was his sister.
See?
And she assumed it was another love interest.
Wow.
And here she
Yeah.
ruined his car, all because she jumped to
Oh,
conclusions.
yeah. And as humans, my girlfriend, I was even thinking about this. She had dumped her boyfriend who cheated on her, and she tried to get back into the dating scene. And I remember how she was very skeptical. But I was having this conversation with her, saying, you cannot just judge because. Who's to say? I mean, just because she became paranoid,
Right.
Thinking, "Oh my gosh, he cheated on me," but it doesn't mean that all men are cheaters. It
Right.
doesn't mean that everybody's going to be a bad person. It's just
Don't jump to
don't jump to conclusions. When we have a constant negative running commentary about yourself or somebody else, predicting something, then without having any evidence, it stops you from trying new things and growing, and especially growing. And it's important to remind ourselves basically every day that the last time we expected something, think about this, the last time you expected something negative to happen, but it ended up being positive.
Right.
Right?
Most generally, it does turn out to be positive.
Right. You have to have that growth, and that's jumping to conclusions. The mindset is essential for us every day to have our goal planning, our visualization, our gratitude, and all achievements that we've made, and it makes us feel good as a human being and for our loved ones and close friends.
And then stop and think about the situation, and don't assume that things are the way they look.
Yeah.
There could be other reasons. As an attorney, I notice I do a lot of calculating in my mind and thinking, so I don't jump to conclusions generally.
No, you
I'll
don't.
analyze the
That's true, you don't.
situation and then try to make a determination, which is to an advantage. Sometimes attorneys overthink. Sometimes we could overthink. But I think it's better to be cautious than to jump into the conclusion.
As long as I've known you, Jim, you've always been that way. It's like the scale. I mean, the scales of justice in the legal field. But it's true, though. You've always, as long as I've known you, like this, like that, and then you come up with the realization, and it's always a calming effect.
Yeah.
Many of times I know I've gone to Jim saying, "Oh," and he calms me down, and I realize, "Oh, Jim, thank God for you," because I've jumped to conclusions.
Right.
So it's a great topic to talk about.
Right.
It really is. It's just. And we're going through a tough time in this world today, and it's hard. So.
And it's funny. I was at Boston Market yesterday, and I go there quite
I
frequently.
love Boston Market.
The
I
food
love
is
it.
terrific.
It really is.
So I'm friendly with the managers, and I like to give $2 tips, and everybody loves the $2 bill because I don't see them very often.
Right.
So we developed this rapport. And I was there yesterday, and the manager said, "You're not going to believe it, but a woman this is jumping to conclusions. The manager was only there by herself. Her name is Rhonda, and she's terrific. So that because of our economy, people are not showing up for work, and
Right.
it's hard to find people. So she was alone at the front there. And if you've been to Boston Market, you come in, and all of the food is behind the counter. There's a glass there, and you pick whatever you want, right? So this woman came in. Rhonda had gone to the restroom quickly because she was the only one on, but she needed to use the restroom. This woman had come in, didn't see anybody there, went behind the counter and started dishing her own food.
You're kidding.
Rhonda comes out of the restroom and sees the woman behind the counter.
Rhonda,
that
you
woman
poor
jumped.
thing.
That woman jumped to the conclusion
She
that there
jumped
was
to
nobody there,
conclusions.
and here she had the nerve to go behind the counter and
Oh, my
start.
goodness.
Well, Rhonda got very upset because
Oh,
the woman didn't have on a mask. She was touching the ladles.
Oh, you see, that's wrong.
It was
That's-
it was a
that
terrible
wasn't
thing
nice.
to do.
That was
She should have
no
just waited there.
consideration.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
She jumped to a
Have
conclusion
patience.
that
Don't
was not
jump to
correct.
conclusions. Right.
So
Wow.
I just laughed at that because here's our topic, and here was a practical application of jumping
And
to
here you were there
conclusion.
last evening, and we knew what our topic was going to be. You switch your mindset to a positive mindset. See how it will change your life in a positive way.
It always will.
Yeah, and reaching conclusions, prematurely on the basis of insufficient information is what gets us there.
Right.
So basically,
Right.
if you jump to conclusions, things are not always what they should be, and absolutely not what you think they are. So yeah, it's we're human and we do it. So we try not to.
Another movie I wanted to mention too. I'd never heard this before, and yet it's won so many awards. Silver Linings Playbook. Had you ever heard of that?
I have not.
It
No, I know.
won Golden Globe awards. It won
Silver Linings
Playbook.
Playbook. I can remember that. Okay.
Now Bradley Cooper is in that movie. He's an excellent actor.
Yes,
you
he
might
is
remember
very
him
good.
from A Star Is Born with Lady Gaga.
Absolutely fabulous actor. We love
And then
him.
Jennifer Lawrence, who I haven't really seen in many movies, but she won a Best Actress award for this movie. That's why I recommend you watch it if you haven't seen it. So I just want to tell a little bit about that story because there's a jumping to conclusions in there. Bradley Cooper has some psychological issues, and he winds up finding his wife is having an affair with a man. So their marriage is on the rocks.
All these affairs.
Yeah, her name is Nikki, and he wants to give her another chance. So in the back of his mind, he wants to get back with her. Well, through the court, he lives in Philadelphia, by the way, Upper Darby, Philadelphia area. So through the course of the movie, he meets Jennifer Lawrence, who's the character in this movie, and she has some issues because her husband just died, a young girl. She must have been in her 20s, and her husband passed away. So she has psychological issues. She's dealing with the grieving process, etc.
Mm-hmm.
So his family wants these two to get together and forget about Nikki, the wife that cheated on him, right? And Jennifer Lawrence wants to enter into a dance competition, asks him to do so, and he says only if you'll communicate with Nikki, because she has a contact to be able to connect with Nikki. So here she says, okay, I'll help you communicate with your wife, but in exchange, I want you to dance with me in this dance competition. So they do that, and that's what's really fun in the movie is watching them practice
I've got to
and
see
dance.
this now.
Yeah, you really need
no
to see
doubt
it.
about it. It sounds fabulous.
So at
My type of movie.
one point we have the dance competition, and I have to tell you this part, even though you're going to see the movie. The wife comes to see the dance competition because some friends ask her to be there, and Jennifer Lawrence now sees the wife there. Bradley Cooper goes to speak to the wife, and she jumps to conclusions that he's going to get back with her.
Don't jump.
Yeah,
Don't
she leaves that scene angry,
wow.
and then they have to patch that up. But here she jumps to conclusions when that really
Yeah.
wasn't what was happening. He did talk to her, but it wasn't to say I love you and I want to get back with you. So don't jump to conclusions. But what I love about it, it's another beautiful movie. Please watch Silver Linings Playbook, and I think you'll really
I'm watching
enjoy
it this weekend.
Yes,
For sure.
that and Mystic Pizza.
Mystic
they're
Pizza,
two terrific, two
that's
terrific.
great. What a wonderful, wonderful representation of
Yes.
not jumping to
Yes.
conclusions. Yeah.
Yes. And
So-
we had a song we wanted to sing for you,
Jim picked this out. I love it. And
and we're going to start with the music, and then we'll
we're
have
going to
Deborah.
take. It's music time.
Make the negative
Laugh.
sound to the affirmative. Don't mess with Mr. In Between.
You got to spread joy up to maximum and bring gloom down to the minimum. Have faith on the Pandemonium,
liable to walk upon the scene. So you
I
really,
know we're off, but that's okay.
But you
There's a
just
lot
want
of
to
lyrics
accentuate the
involved. You
positive.
have to, yeah. There you
yes,
go.
that's the whole goal of
You
it.
have to.
And you notice the tambourine.
How's it go?
I mentioned that we had filmed a commercial last time, which we're not telling you about yet. But I had bought the tambourines for that.
Jim, tell me
And we have a chime too.
we have a chime too, which we didn't. We'll do that next time with our show.
I found a quote I also wanted to mention today.
Let's hear
This
it.
is by Willie Nelson.
Oh, he's wonderful.
Once you replace negative thoughts with positive ones, you'll start having positive results.
There
which
you
is
go.
true.
Amen to that.
Don't think negative thoughts. Keep those out of your head.
As difficult, and we all do it, as I said, but we don't know what kind of a day. Every day we're faced with new challenges. Today's a new Friday to us. It may be a Friday. It's the end of the week. We have Labor Day coming up, but it's a brand new Friday.
Yes.
And it's
Every
a brand
day is
new
a brand new-
moment
right.
with our show,
New
Jim and my
experiences.
life, me and Jim, and our tambourine. It's a brand. I need to hit that tambourine. I'm not trying to be overboard about it, but it's true. We take that for granted. Oh, it's Friday.
We want
Yay,
you all
thank
to be
God it's
positive.
Friday.
We want you to all be positive every day.
That's what it's all about.
Every day it has some
and if
beauty.
we could reach out to you in any which way, we're so happy to do that. And that's the whole purpose of our beings being here, to help us, you, and all of us together. It's so important to be on a positive note together.
And I wanted to mention, I had time on my flights to read, and this is a dear friend. Her name is
Aw.
Marie Pinschmidt. She's
Out of
one of the
yeah.
writers from my newspaper,
Yeah.
the monthly articles in my newspaper, and she wrote this book called Out of My Mind and Into Your Heart.
Beautiful.
She also painted she's a painter, so she painted the cover.
Out of my mind and into your heart.
So I'm going to be referring to this periodically on our shows because this is a collection of her essays and poems. So
Wonderful.
not only is she a writer, but she's also an artist.
Her
And
actual happenings. It's lovely.
And this poem is called The Right Frame of Mind, which is wonderful for today since our topic is being positive. Miracles can happen in your life and mine. We can paint a masterpiece or we could write a few lines. Life can be quite wonderful with the right frame of mind.
Right.
We can help a needy neighbor, we can make her life sublime, or we can turn our thoughts against her with the wrong frame of mind.
That's right.
We can be polite and helpful, turn frowns into smiles, fear and pain we can lessen with the right frame of mind. Our world can be lovely or ugly, our feelings somber or free. We can mourn the days gone by before us, or be glad there is still time for you and me. We can dream of a bright new future, or yearn for what's left behind. We can make miracles happen with the right frame of mind.
Love
Just
it.
beautiful thoughts.
Beautiful.
Don't look backwards, look forward. It's just
See, things
wonderful.
like that are
Yes.
so important. So thank you for sharing that.
Yes,
Jim.
thank you,
and
Marie.
Thank you, Marie.
Thank you, Marie. Hopefully
Very,
you'll
very
see
wonderful.
our videos.
Spiritual, absolutely.
Yes.
I don't know. It's gorgeous here. The sun's out, and I know that a lot of happenings up north. The horrific weather. We're with
Our
you.
thoughts are with you,
Our
yes.
thoughts are
Prayers
with you.
are with you.
Hang in there. We'll get through it. You'll
Yes.
get through it. We'll get through it together. Again, we hope you're watching this. Maybe the one thing that we've said will make a difference in your day.
Yes, if you're
Just
having
the one little thing that
if you're
we've
having
said.
some challenges, we hope we're bringing positivity and
Right.
joy to you today. Because you bring it to us, and we love you for
Absolutely.
watching us.
We so look forward to these shows.
Yes.
And last week when we didn't do it, I really missed it.
I
said,
did
"Oh,
too."
Boy, I could hardly wait for Jim to get back. Let's do our show. We have a ball doing it. And what a difference a day makes.
That's right.
A difference. As you know what that means, it
We're
goes
gonna
back to our
sing.
song. Here it goes. What a difference a day makes.
24 little hours brought the sun and the flowers where there used to be rain. What a difference a day makes. And the difference is you and you and you.
You better believe you make a difference
You do.
today and every day. We love
Not
you.
only to us, but to other people too.
We love our friends. We love our family. We love all you viewers out there. Get back to us. Let us know what we can do to help you in any which way. Have a great Friday.
And we want to remind you to keep
Your
horizons bright. Thank you,
Take
thank you,
care.
thank you. We really appreciate all you do, and we appreciate you viewing